Hello, everyone, and welcome to Candidly Cantrice. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Today, I'm gonna cut right to the chase. We talking about relationships, friendships, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, courting, whatever. Except it's not all the fluff. It's the real stuff, and it's stuff that I've experienced, that I've watched people experience, that I've talked through with people, different situations. And so it's my opinion, my perspective, my whatever. So if you disagree or if you've never experienced any of the things I'm going to talk about, that's fine. We've all had our share of different walks in this life thus far. So some people may not have experienced things that I've experienced or watch others experience. And so um, relationships can be hard. They can be fun if you with the right person and you have boundaries. Tap that out and figure out what I'm talking about that. And it's important to know who you are. And so, quick story. My son's only 14. Y'all know I be telling y'all about him. And there's this girl that he liked that's his girlfriend. And they go to school together. And so when he tells me different things that are going on or whatever, I try to tell him, like, this is why you're not supposed to have a girlfriend, because you're a kid, you are a child. These are not things that you should have to worry about right now at 14 years old. But high school, new arena, I get it. What's important is for me to let him know to always remember who he is, where he stands, what he knows, what his boundaries are, and not to let people cross them, to make them known, because I've failed in doing that in previous relationships, whether if it was with my kid's dad or in friendships. And so I also used to be very judgmental when I was younger. I've grown out of that. But it's important not to allow people to strip you of who you are because of things they may not like about you. If you know that you can't tell person A all of your business because they're going to tell the rest of the alphabet, don't tell them your business. Have a select portion of information that you share with that person so you don't got to go back to them like, why would you tell everybody my business, right? There's a person that you know when y'all go outside, they're going to act a whole fool. So you only go out with them on Saturdays. I mean, you just got to know, you know what I mean, different people's personalities. But then there's people who you can be your complete, authentic, 100% self with, and it's never a thing. I have a friend like that, my best friend. We could talk about anything. We could be like, you're dumb, that's stupid. And it doesn't affect anything about our friendship. We could tell each other anything, ask each other anything. Like, what you think about? And be like, why are you even thinking about that? But don't do that. You know what I mean? So I definitely have a friend like that. And it's a blessing to have friendships like that because those do not come easy. And we have been friends for about 20 years now. So there's that. In regards to, I think this can apply to any relationship. When you get into a relationship with somebody, you are taking on a person and their whole entire life before you. So you may know like where they are right now, like, oh, they're funny, we have fun together, blah blah blah, but you don't know the year before that what was happening or what happened in their childhood, or you know what I mean, things that make them up to make them process things the way they do. My little sister, she is very good at what's the word, being able to put herself in other people's shoes or look at things from different perspectives. Like, she's not narrow-minded at all, like in any sense of the word. It's like somebody can say something about any topic or about why they think it's okay to do this, and she's able to be like, well, maybe because this, and that is why she's processing like that. But then I had to tell her, this ain't that. Like, don't do that, or this is what's going to happen if you do those things. And so I love that characteristic about her, that she's able to not be like, oh, yeah, no, that's dumb, and leave it at that. Now, it may be dumb, but she's going to take the time to understand why you're being dumb and then tell you that you're being dumb. And so you have to have those type of people in your life. In regards to like romantic relationships, I found that everybody's different. Like I said, everybody has grown up, been through things that the other person might not know about. There might be things that you went through that you don't even remember, and it makes you be the way you are. For example, I hated cleaning up. I mean, that's a typical thing, but it was like, it was bad though. And so I didn't really understand why I was like that. And I don't like cleaning up when my kids are home. And what I found out was that because anytime I was with my mom or spent time with my mom, it was while she was cleaning. But she had to cram everything together. She worked all week. And so on the weekends, she's like trying to take care of the bills, take care of the house, go food shopping, clean up, wash clothes, whatever, and still get some me time in for herself. That so I'm in the kitchen with her while she's doing dishes and we're talking, or she's cooking and we stayed in the kitchen a lot. I'm gonna just say that, and I didn't mind it at the time, but as I got older, I realized that that was something that was an issue for me. Because there were times when I wanted her to just come sit with me and let's watch a movie or, something like that. But it wasn't like that because she was pressed for time. She was trying to squeeze everything in to these 48 hours of the weekend and get everything done. And so that went with me into adulthood. And so I hate cleaning up when I'll clean up really early in the morning, maybe when they're still asleep, so when they get up, they have my undivided attention. We could watch a movie, we could play a game, we could laugh, we could joke, they could show me stuff on TikTok and everything else they're on. And so you don't realize different things or things that you carry with you throughout your life. So when you get in a relationship with somebody, you're taking all your stuff with you and they're bringing all their stuff with them. So you have to be mindful of that in getting in a relationship. Another thing I want to touch on is, with that being said, like, I'm loud. My family's loud. That's just how we are. And so sometimes I'm loud and don't realize I'm loud, and I have to be like, whew, I'm loud. Sorry, let me calm down. Because I get excited about whatever I'm talking about. I also talk fast when I'm excited about something that I'm talking about. And so I have to calm down a lot of times because there was pounds of us in one apartment. So they're talking about a movie that they watched. They're talking about, and I'm trying to tell somebody about school, so I gotta talk loud enough so they can hear me, and that I carry with me through my life. And so I'm just a loud person, and we're always amped and all of that. So anyway, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're a person who don't like loud people, I can't be your friend, or I can't be in a relationship with you because I am loud, and that's fine. But let me know you don't like loud people up front, so I can hit out the back, and won't even gotta to be worried about that thing. But don't allow people to, when you're in a relationship with someone, and there's certain things that they may not like about you, don't let that strip you of yourself. So, okay, you're in a relationship with somebody, you're loud. They don't like you being loud, so you find yourself being quiet all the time. And then your family see you like, what is wrong with you? Why are you talking so low? We can't hear you. What are you doing? Stripping you from yourself. And so I think that's important. So I don't know. There's a thing called compromising, but there has to be a certain level. There has to be certain boundaries that you need to have in place to, like, all right, I'm going to be loud in the house because this is my house. I mean, I don't know what you want me to do, but if we're out, I'll try to, contain myself and not be as loud as normal. But you're not taking my loudness away from me. Like, I'm not going to be a mouse everywhere all the time because that's just not who I am. You know what I mean? Or if you play a lot, like, you can't take that away from me. Or if you're silly, or if you laugh crazy like I do. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. So you just got to deal with it or you don't. Let me be. Let me know you ain't dealing with it. Cool. Go about your business. Don't keep. So anyway, because I can go on and on about, all that good jazz. And it's crazy how if you leave a relationship, the things you find out about yourself or the things you remember about yourself. Like, I remember I used to go to football games all the time. I ain't did that in a long time. Or I remember I used to go see my family all the time. I didn't do that in a long time. Or I remember I used to post pics every day and I haven't did that in a long. Whatever it may be, there are things you will find out about yourself or end up remembering about yourself outside of a relationship. So it's important that you don't lose yourself in the midst of a relationship. And it can be hard. I'm here to tell you. I know. But it's important to try to keep, because everybody grows, everybody changes. Just because you was loud as a teenager don't mean you're going to be loud in adulthood. True. I'm loud through and through. I'm sorry. So there is growing, there is changing, but that's why it's important to know yourself so you can know that I'm doing this because I want to, not because they have a problem with it. And so this next point is in regards to one's dopeness. Now, if you know you dope, everybody else say you dope, except for that one person that you're in a relationship with, or you trying to be friends with, or they're always talking down on you, or, you know what I mean, nitpicking about stuff. It's hard to accept that one person doesn't see your dopeness or doesn't accept your dopeness. So it's like, how? So you're doing everything you can to let them see how dope you are. Sometimes it's things that are outside of your character that you're doing just to prove how dope you are to that person, which I've learned the hard way. It has nothing to do with you, which is hard to accept because you're dope. So it's like, if I'm dope, how is it not personal if they don't see it? It's not personal. I don't know why they don't see it, but they just don't. But don't exhaust yourself in trying to make them see how dope you are. If they don't see it off top, they're never going to see it no matter what you do. You could lift a truck off the ground. They not going to care. They're just not. It's just whatever, however they're made up, whatever it is, they're not going to see it. And so when you notice that somebody doesn't see you at your full potential or doesn't see how great you are, if everybody's telling you like, oh, you're so nice, you're so funny, you're so kind, you're so caring, and there's one person that you want to see that they don't, you gotta let them go. No matter how hard it is, it's going to be hard, especially if you're digging them, especially if you love them. It's going to be hard to let them go because you're like, I got this. I can show them that I'm dope. I can show them that I'm great. I can show them that. And you can do everything. What happens is they begin to take advantage of that because you're pouring all of yourself out for somebody and you're not being replenished. But they'll keep using that to keep having you do everything that you're doing. Oh, she'll let me use a ride. She'll take me to New Brunswick. She'll do whatever because she's trying to show me, or he's trying to show me that they lit. So they're going to do whatever. So be careful. Watch for signs. Watch how people treat you. Watch what people say. Now, my thing for 2020, I got a lot of things for 2020 just to let y'all know. My thing for 2020 is say what you mean and mean what you say. Right? So that's a goal for me because I will say something and not mean it. Like somebody will say, well, would you rather me give you $20 or $30? And I'll be like, well, you could give me whatever you want. But really, I want you to give me $30. So I'm going to need you to give me that $30. is what I need to be saying, because I need to mean what I'm saying and say what I mean. I mean 30, give me 30. It's 30. It's not whatever you want to give me. So, say what you mean and mean what you say. So, saying what you mean and meaning what you say allows for the other person to either accept what you're telling them or make a decision to, like, I don't really agree with that, so I'm gonna just go ahead about my business type. Like, if you're the type of person who like flowers and somebody's not buying you flowers, I like flowers, you can buy me flowers. If they ain't finna buy you no flowers, and that's something that's important to you, that's like somebody thinking I'm funny. If you don't think I'm funny, something's wrong. Like, we could be cool, but we can't be friends or we can't be in a relationship because I'm lit. So, but anyway, so it's important to say what you mean and mean what you say. Sometimes you have to tell people what it is. You can't just assume that they're. So, it's so frustrating because there are times people will know things about you because they pay attention to you. If you're with somebody, you're in a situation where something makes you mad, they'll store that and know that, okay, this type of thing is a trigger for her or it's a trigger for him. So I won't do that. But then there's people who just don't care, and you have to tell them, like, I don't like that. That's not cool. And it's up to them to be like, oh, okay, I won't do that. If they continue to do something that you don't like, that's being inconsiderate, and that's not okay. We're knowing our worth all 2020. Shout out to my little brother. Because we don't have time for that. There's so much life to live, so many things to do, so many people to meet, that we don't have time to be restricting ourselves to people who don't care about us, who don't have an interest in us, who have ulterior motives, all of that. We don't have time for that in 2020. So it's important that you know who you are, because people want to be in relationships but don't know why. Or, I'll be like, well, what makes you happy? And they're like, I don't know. I just want to be with somebody. Basically, like, they'll figure out how to make me happy and then everything will be okay. But no, it's important to know who you are so that when you step into that relationship, you're able to show and tell them, this is what it is, this is what it ain't, this ain't that, all of that. And have boundaries. Because it's important for you to know what not to accept for yourself, for whomever, for your family, for your children, you know what I mean? And so, I was in an Uber the one day with my kids. This is whole sidebar. Y'all know I do this all the time. He's playing Jadakiss. I can't remember what song. I know this song because I ain't been saved all my life. And so, but it's like, kill, mother effer, everything. I'm like, excuse me, sir. We got 3 kids in the back. Can you turn this off? My kids don't need to hear this. Like, what? You're an Uber driver. Why was that okay for you? Like, to have that music in the car. Then ask me, like, is this music okay or nothing? And it was blasted. He was turned. I don't know. Like, sir, can we change this? He seemed like he had a little attitude. I don't care. My kids don't. We ain't riding this car for 25 minutes with you blasting Jadakiss or the Locks or whoever cussing and carrying on. No. Anyway, so know your limitations, know your boundaries for yourself, for your kids, for your friends, for your sister, whoever. And I'm going to end this here because I could keep ranting on and on and on. I'm probably like at 20 minutes or something. So, in the comments below, let me know if you're in a relationship, what are some boundaries that you have or had to establish, if they worked or if people just still overstepping them. If you're not in a relationship, what type of boundaries do you have for dating or for, when you're talking to somebody new or whatnot? How do you determine, like, I'm not finna keep talking to this person? Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, share this video, share my other videos. Let me know what y'all got going on. I see y'all watching, so leave me a comment. I don't bite. Until next time, see ya.